Hello and welcome to the Fossil News Update here at the COP25 UN Climate Summit Conference in Madrid. The Fossil of the Day award is given out each day to the country who's the best at being the worst and who does the most to do the least. Today, there was a tie first prize between the United States and Russia, both of whom, besides sharing their ability to rig elections, bully other countries, and produce incredible amounts of CO2 from oil and gas, both of these countries also here at the COP share the desire to make loss and damage weak again. Loss and damage, if you don't know, is an important part of the text that talks about compensation to the countries for what they cannot replace and what they cannot adapt to. Climate change will involve great losses to many people all across the world, and those losses must be compensated by the country that have caused this crisis.
All I'd like to say is, who cares about those countries? I think the US should get money in loss and damage for the damage to our reputation.
For this, they were given the Fossil of the Day. And the US specifically was given it for opposing money that needs to be transferred to these most vulnerable countries, despite having agreed to it already in 2013 and 2015, while Russia was given it for requesting to remove any mention of women or gender and human rights inclusion in the text talking about loss and damage.
I think that woman has no rights because, women are not so important. We have oil, gas, and we have a lot of money. And I don't care about. We have more.
No, we have more.
But we have more power.
Okay, that's enough. Get
And this is important. Russia, if you don't understand how human rights and gender are related to climate change, perhaps you should not be here. A special mention was also given to Japan and Australia for showing extremely hard-heartedness towards vulnerable developing countries who are suffering and withholding the much-needed finance to help these countries adapt to the crisis that is already hitting them. But today something good happened here at the talks, which doesn't happen every day. A rare Ray of the Day was awarded to Canada, Colombia, Vanuatu, Mexico, New Zealand, Australia, Norway, and Switzerland for insisting on human rights inclusions in the Article 6 that regulates carbon markets. There can be no ambitious climate action without justice, as well as respect for gender and human rights. Countries that have already signed the UN Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples are legally obliged to do even more. Thank you for listening to the Fossil News Update here at the COP25 UN Climate Summit in Madrid. We'll see you tomorrow for another Fossil News Update.